Guys, sorry, my mic was off. So, hope now you can hear me. So, in today's live stream, it's gonna be very, very interactive. And my name is Ishmael Nzioka. Let me just start over. My name is Ishmael Nzioka. I'm a budget traveler, and I'm the plug. If you wanna do any travel content, budget traveling around Kenya, around Africa, and any other place, you just need to woke me up, like hit me up. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to mean. Yeah, so welcome to the live. If you're just joining, please like. And also there's a live chat for those who are watching live, and for those who are watching after, you can just comment on the comment section. I'll be checking out up that. So I'm just gonna be sharing my story as a YouTuber for how long I've been on YouTube, what has been my experience so far, what are some of the challenges that I've been facing as a YouTuber and all that. So that's what I'm going to be sharing on the live stream today. And if you're joining, just let me know if you can hear me. All right. So I don't know where to start actually. But I'll just start sharing my story when I started YouTube. So basically, I started YouTube. That was 2019, 5th of November, and that's when I started my this channel that you're seeing. First started YouTube channel as form of how do you say it? It was part of fun, and also I was doing it for money. A lot of people do it for fun when they're starting, but for me, I was doing it for money because I was unemployed, and also I didn't have anything to do, and I found myself working as a clerk, and so that's how I found myself doing YouTube channel. But before I got this YouTube channel, guys, I'll be honest. Before I got this YouTube channel that you're watching right now, I'm just giving out my story so that maybe it can be inspiring to one or two people. So don't um before I started this YouTube channel, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Before I started this YouTube channel, um, I had other YouTube channels that got banned because of some issues like copyright and all that. Like I'll give you, I had like how many channels? I think four, because I started YouTubing around January 2019 because I finished school 2018, that is high school, and then I didn't have money to go to university, and then I found myself getting a job as a clerk, and so that's when I started looking for how much you can make money online, and that's when I found YouTube. I was in the village, so don't mind me. It is really rare in Kenya to find people with the computers and laptops in the villages, but right now people do have. But during those years back then, just 5 years ago, most of the people couldn't afford that. So I found myself working as a clerk, and that's how I found myself with YouTube. And I started YouTube channels. I would take other people's content, and that's how I got banned. Like four channels got banned down, and yeah, I found myself in November. That's when I opened this YouTube channel. Okay. That's when I opened this YouTube channel, and mhm, that was 5th November. Yeah. And then I was not doing travel content. For those who have been watching me for a while know that I didn't start as a YouTube content creator. And I started as a documentarist, I would say, s- and also a DJ kind of. What I'm trying to mean is how to take, like, you see movies on Netflix, then explain them. So they're made in English, and then you would translate them. So I would act like a translator of movies and shows and telenovelas and all these shows, TV shows. And so I had this show that was going up really good, and that's what I started for this YouTube channel. Then within like the first month, November, I was able to hit more than 7,000 subscribers within this channel, and I got monetized on the same month. In December I got my first payment. I know. My journey was a little bit hard for the first, but when it picked up, that's how easy it was. And then I'm just checking if there's anyone else joining this this live stream. So guys, if you're just joining, please let me know by just commenting on the live stream. There is a chat on the side somewhere. You can just chat, and then we'll just communicate. All right. So what really happened after that is I went back to South Africa to work there. Actually, not going back. I went to South Africa to work there. I got a job in South Africa to go and work there, and then months later, no, the job was for like 2 years. So that was in 2020 Feb. I went 27th Feb um, to South Africa, and then COVID came in the same year. And then after COVID, that's when I came back to Kenya in March the same year, 2020. But all this time, I had stopped doing YouTube. I had gotten another job for from American company. I was working as a missionary for the church, like for a church, and then that's the church that I go. I'm a Christian, by the way. And then coming back to Kenya during COVID, that the trauma of COVID and all that, I was not doing anything. So I was just under lockdown and all that. And then months later, I went back to South Africa, stayed in South Africa for the next 2 years. I went to Botswana, Namibia, and then I came back to Kenya. That was back in 2022, March. And then that's when I found myself jobless again, and I wanted to do something that I really loved. I had grown passion of traveling after going to these different countries, and so I wanted to start traveling. But I thought about it as I would share my experience on YouTube channel, and that's when I started uploading content. And then I did put all the content that I was doing before because it had been taken like it has been like 2 years break. So I decided not to continue doing that kind of content. So I wanted to do something that I really loved and something that I won't get tired doing. And I think that's one thing as a YouTuber. If you're trying to start a YouTube channel, you should think about it that way. When you're starting at something, you have to think of a niche that when you're creating this niche, you're not going to get tired of creating that content. Am I making sense? Um, you have to think of it as a hobby. Do I make sense? Um, yeah. So I don't know. You can just tell me in the comment section what is something that if you would start YouTube channel today, what would you start? What is that niche that you would start? Would you do like traveling like me, or would you do like how do you say it? Would you do like food? Would you do comedy? Would you do a lot of niches like cooking? Like there's a lot of stuff like games, gaming, online gaming, and all that. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. There's even AI, like creating videos using AI. There's all those kind of stuff. Would you like start creating a niche of dancing or to all those trending videos like TikTokers? So there's a lot of stuff that you can do on YouTube. I mean, YouTube we just introduced like shorts, like the one that you can just scroll like TikTok. And I think it's another good way of you being able to how do you say it, for being able to grow your YouTube very fast. I'll give you a story of my friend. You might be watching this, Alexander Mudijira. You can go and check his YouTube channel. It's called Alexander Mudijira. He just started his YouTube channel the other day. And right now, I think he's almost 100 subscribers. And it's because I taught him that when you want to start a YouTube channel, it's good to do like the long videos. But now we have more opportunities right now. It's not like the old time where we just start a YouTube channel and start uploading videos and videos and videos. There is a quicker way of growing subscribers and growing an audience, and that is creating shorts, you know? And for me, being able to rise from 0 to 19,000 subscribers that easily within like 5 years. I mean, 5 years, there are people who have hit like millions, hundreds of subscribers. But for me, I took a break of 2 years. So I would say my journey has been like 3 years, you know? So within 3 years, I've been able to get 19 subscribers, 19,000 subscribers, I mean, and I've learned a lot. I mean, I have experience on this. I've been able to travel, I've been able to get different niches, and I've seen what really works for me. And you guys surprised me last month by just subscribing more than 1,000 people for the first time after 2 years of break. And I was touched, and I was like, "Oh my god, these people are loving my content." But then, other thing that I think you should learn um, from this is when you're creating content, don't just create content that is so bland, like content that won't educate people, that content that doesn't have like facts, content that is not helping. Let me give you an example. You decide to create a content of cooking, and then when shooting the video, you don't tell people the recipe. You just tell me, I'm preparing tacos. And then you just show me you've already prepared um, the taco filling. You've already prepared everything. You just take the taco filling and put it in the tortilla. Does that make sense? Just put it there and then you tell me, I've made a taco within 2 minutes. That doesn't make sense to me because I want to see what did you use, amount of meat you used, what spices did you use, how long did it take you, did you make the tortillas or did you buy them, where did you buy them, for how much, um, and then I want to see the process of you making it. Does that make sense? I think that's the something that I've been trying to learn for myself. And the other thing is, a lot of people usually ask me when I'm starting a YouTube channel, do I need like expensive gear or anything? I mean, sometimes yes, you need an expensive gear, but when you're starting, no. I mean, right now I'm shooting on a phone, on my iPhone, this live stream. But I have a camera. I have my GoPro here, guys. I have my GoPro here. This is the gadget that I use most of the time while shooting my videos. It's a GoPro Hero 8, you can see, and I have it. I got it for like um, it was 40,000 Kenyan shillings. That's around I would say $300. Yeah, and then with the tripod alone was 5,000 Kenyan shillings. So that's like $30. And so yeah, and then you get a memory card and you get extra batteries, and that's it, and you're good to go. And for me, I started with my phone, the microphone. So I would say if you want to start YouTubing, you need like just get a nice phone. And what is important, start with the phone that you have. Even if it doesn't have the best camera, you don't need to get an iPhone. You don't need to get an expensive Samsung phone for you to start. If you have a Techno, whatever phone you have, you can start with it. The most important thing when it comes to doing videos is, can the people hear you? Does that make sense? Can people hear you? Sound, this is very important. For me, I'm using K9 microphone, this one for iPhone. You can get this one anywhere. If you want it, please let me know in the comment section. I can tell you where you can get it, or you can just hit me up on Instagram. There's also my contacts. When you click on my channel and then you go to About, then you'll see my contact details there. You can contact me on WhatsApp and we can link up and I can tell you where you can get them. For the people watching me from United States, you can get them on Amazon. I'll try to get some links for you guys. Just let me know in the comment section if you want to get all this GoPro, the mic, maybe the best phone. You can start with different iPhones. Like the iPhone that I'm shooting with, it's iPhone 8, 8 Plus. So you can shoot with any gadget that you have. I mean, for me, the only thing is lighting because I'm using lighting right now. I have artificial lighting. Do you call it artificial? Yeah, artificial lighting. No, it's not natural because it's a softbox, the one that I'm using to light my face. So you just need, you can buy a ring light or something, but if you're just shooting outside, make sure that when you're shooting your videos, if the sun is in front of you, you should be shooting the other side so that the lighting will be nice on your videos. And do that make sense? I mean, I can teach this the whole time, but just learn how to be able to make sure that your videos have good lighting, and the best thing is just the sound. If even if I can't see you very well on the video, even if I can't see the thing very well, but I can hear you what you're trying to say, the information, what you're trying to share is what is important to me more than what I'm saying. If I can get the information by just hearing, then that's it. That's all I need. Does that make sense? All right. The other thing that people usually ask me a lot is, how do I manage to travel for cheap? How to travel for cheap in Kenya? And I have a lot of things to say about traveling cheap in Kenya. I have itinerary. that I have for people who want to travel for cheap. You can just check on my playlist, or you can just come on my Instagram, or you can go and follow Smiley Safaris. Smiley Safaris. They are the best tour company in Kenya if you want to travel to Kenya for cheap. Just hit them up on Instagram. There's also contact details somewhere um, on Instagram, and also I'll put them on the comment section. Please check them out, and also in the description. And so, guys, I mean, if you want to travel for cheap, there are things that you want to know. For me, I mostly don't use airplanes unless I'm traveling to a country where I can't use a bus. Even if I have the money to fly, I prefer traveling by bus rather than planes. Because with the bus, I'm able to save on the cost, and I'm also able to cost, and I'm also able to see more. Does that make sense? I'm able to experience more, see more, interact with more people, and sometimes buses stop around on the road, and you're able to try different foods and meet different people. I want to see that. I want to show you guys that kind of experience traveling on the road. So thank you so much for the people who are joining. Just checking on your comments here and people who are joining. Thank you so much for people who are joining right now. So I'm just trying to answer a lot of questions that people ask me about traveling. And so, guys, the other thing that you need to know is, so I first talked about transport. I use buses and all that. The other thing is housing. Are the two things that everybody considers when they're traveling, right? And so, for me, housing, I have three options when I'm traveling. First, the one that I know it doesn't work for everyone, but this one can work for you guys. For some of us, one is friends, creating friends, and also asking my fan base on the community, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, who wants to host me. If I want to go to, like, for example, if I wanted to fly to South Africa today, maybe I've never been there. I know I have fan base from South Africa, so I'll just ask them who wants to host me in South Africa. And someone will be like, "Yeah, I can host you for 2 days. I can host you for a week. How long? When are you coming?" And all that. And then I get people to host me. The other thing is Airbnbs and Booking.com. For me, I don't use Airbnb because it's very flexible. So that's why I use Booking.com, because I'm able to pay when I'm there, and I can cancel anytime at no cost. And I'm also able to sometimes negotiate with the owner of the house, you know, before payment. And so that's why I prefer using Booking.com when I'm using for my what do you call it, for my housing. And the most cheapest thing and the most commonly thing that I use for housing when I'm traveling to make my traveling very cheap and budget and on budget is couch surfing. Guys, couch surfing will save your life. You've never heard of couch surfing? Couch surfing is, it's a website, it's a app, it's a website, it's a program whereby host you anywhere you go, anytime. All right. So if, for example, let's say you're coming to Nairobi, just go to couch surfing, and then you write Nairobi, and then you see hosts. Then I think there's a filter that shows you events, hosts, activities, and all that. So you can just choose host, and then you see the people who are hosting Nairobi. If you want to go to Mombasa, you see that. If you are going to Kigali, you see that. If you're going to Johannesburg, you're gonna see that. If you're going to Cape Town, you're gonna see that. If you're going maybe to Munich, Germany, Dar es Salaam, if you're going to Berlin, if you're going to Netherlands, Amsterdam, New York, they have like everywhere around the world. It's one of the most used thing if you've never heard of it. Surfing is the best, and I can guarantee you it's safe. You just have to go when you choose the host. You just have to make sure you check on the reviews. There are reviews of every person who have stayed with them, maybe, and yeah, that's it when it comes to my housing. I've never done camping. It's something that I would love to do in the future, but I've never done camping before. Yeah. Right. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is how I'm able to, how do I make money? How do I make my money when it comes to traveling? How am I able to fund my traveling? So I found it hard to to explain this question when it comes to funding of my travel vlogs because traveling is very expensive. Traveling is very, very, very expensive. And I have multiple ways of making money. One is YouTube. Secondly, I have business. Thirdly, is working with different companies. Like I'm working with Smiley Safaris to promote them. So sometimes you get brands that help you to go to different places. Like if you watch my list, if when you're watching, I don't know when you're watching this video right now, but I'm just talking to the people who will be watching this video maybe in 2 years. If you check the video before this, if you check one of the video that I did in Nairobi, that I did yesterday actually, it was about Kibera, the most dangerous hood in Nairobi, like the poorest area in Nairobi. Um, that video did very well actually, and it was sponsored by Smiley Safaris. And because I didn't want to take chances of the place because it's dangerous, it's poor, and you don't know what's gonna happen, and I have gadgets with me, and I was with other people, foreigners, or like let's take Smiley Safaris and do this trip with them, you know, for safety reasons. So that's how I make my money from YouTube. I make money from YouTube, of course, and then from brands, and also I have a business. Did I mention that before? Yeah, I have a business, online businesses, and also I sell T-shirts and all that on here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and all that. If you wanna check my T-shirts, you can check them on the description. You see the T-shirts there. You can choose from one of them. It's a way of supporting me and saying, uh, giving me energy to continue shooting these nice videos and giving you tips how to travel for cheap. Right? All right. So the other thing um, is about how do I decide on which country I want to go next. So guys, deciding on the which country I want to go, I don't know, because I have a goal of traveling to every country in the world, and so for me, I'm just like, let me just finish this area. For example, I'll give you an example of right now. I've done Tanzania, I've done Uganda, I've done Rwanda. Did I say Uganda? And so I have these different countries that I've traveled in Eastern Africa. I'm only remaining with Burundi, Somalia. All right, okay, let's say Eastern Africa, I'm just remaining with Burundi and DRC Congo. So for that reason, I just have option of like I want to finish this area first and then I'll go to the other one. Let's say I finish East Africa, then I go to Southern Africa because I've already done Southern Africa, that is South Africa, Botswana, Namibia. So I came back to Eastern Africa. Eastern Africa was like, let me just do Eastern African first. Then maybe I'll just go to the Central Africa, then I'll go to West Africa. But the goal is to travel to every country, because it's expensive to travel. I go a country by a time. I go to this country, then come back to Kenya a little bit. I put up some money for another country, then I will go to the country, then come back. So it's kind of it's kind of like something that I just do for fun nowadays. And yeah, that's what I do. I don't really have a way of figuring out why I want to travel because sometimes I'll be like, I want to go to South Africa. Then I'll get a friend who will tell me, let's go to Ethiopia. And we'll just travel to Ethiopia. Yeah, so I don't have a specific way of how I travel around, of how I choose my way of like the country that I want to go or the place I want to go. Sometimes I also check on comment section and suggestions from you guys of like, come to my country, come to Pakistan, come to this country. Yes, sometimes I really want to come to these countries, but are very expensive for me to come. But I'm still hoping one day to come. Like a lot of people have been telling me, come to Pakistan, come to India, come to Ghana, Nigeria, um, which is this other country. A lot of people have been asking me my fun days. It's Germany, India, Pakistan. Bangladesh, Indonesia, like Asian countries. A lot of people have been commenting there a lot, saying, "Please come to our country. I want to see you travel around. I'll show you around." I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. I'm coming. All right, guys. I don't know if you have any other questions about this. And so far, I've been able to gain from the 19,000 subscribers. I've been able to gain almost 3 million views, and the most watched video so far, it's on my YouTube channel. I was reviewing it my last live, and so it's a video with over 250,000 views. I'm gonna do actually a review of it, a video of how much money I made from that video after this live. I'm gonna show you guys how much money I made from that video. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if you guys loved our today's live stream. I hope it has encouraged some of you. You've learned something. Um, it's been entertaining for you guys. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for coming to learn with me tonight. Um, for all those people who keep on supporting my content, I don't take it for granted. Please, if you come this across this video, please just like, please comment, share it with your friends, and save it for future. And also, there's a join button. There's a join button. If you check down there on the next to like, next to my name, where it says Ishmael Nzioka, there's join button. You can click there. There are perks there where you're able to see my more private life, because most of the time I don't share my private life publicly. So if you want to see my private life, like my girlfriend, like where I stay, what I eat, how I cook, there is a place. Just join the community. That's like a private community where you subscribe for like $2, $5, $10, $20, going upwards, according to how you want to see my content, right? Yeah, so there's a lot I can share with you guys, but let me know in the comment section what is other things that you guys want to know, some things that you want to learn, and I'll be sharing with you. Thank you so much for clicking on our today's live stream. Um, since there's no more questions, I'll just end this live stream right here, right away. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye. And thank you so much for 90,000 subscribers. Now road to 100. Let's do 100, guys, and then a million, and then after that, God knows, we'll just be flying until we reach where Mr. Beast is right now, and we'll even pass him, God's willing. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for clicking on my live stream. I'm just gonna go now and start preparing dinner. I wish I could come with you guys, but if you wanna see me prepare dinner, do live streams like those, just join the club, join the community. Click join instead of subscribe. Click subscribe and then click join and pay for that subscription. And then you're gonna see my private life that I do a lot. Thank you so much. Let me see you on the next one.